Do you want to wear that when you come out? Okay.
You know what time it is.
Boom shakalaka! Woo!
All right.
Yeah, baby.
Yes. Here we are.
Here we are. Here we are. It's Friday. We made it. This is it.
Yes, it's wonderful too. Welcome. Welcome to Miss Rocki and Chaveevah live, because you know there's always something good happening on the north end.
And everywhere else in the Cedar Valley. And you know this.
You know it. Yes.
Yes, indeed. We got some great things going on today for our show. We got DaQuan Campbell coming up.
Yes.
And Miss Shirley Vanarsdale.
Absolutely.
The most beautiful, sweetest lady at East High School. I'm going to name her that.
All right.
She's the smiling face that you see when you walk in. And, of course, DaQuan is such a busy guy at the farmer's market.
Yes, and he's going to tell us all about that. So, you notice anything different about us today?
No? Oh, the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are wearing these hats in recognition of the Kentucky Derby. But even more than that, we're wearing them in recognition of
my daddy.
Yes, who loved the Kentucky Derby.
He was all about that life, y'all. But
Yeah.
you know what I thought about the Kentucky Derby? And here's to daddy. Here we go.
Yep.
Is that you wait forever for it to come on. And then when it comes on,
It's over.
it's over.
Yeah. In a hot little minute.
But Daddy always watched the Kentucky Derby, and I just thought it would be fun to wear these hats, courtesy of my godmother, Ella Mae Griggs, who always sported a nice hat in church.
Yes, indeed. I was going to say I can see Miss Ella Mae, but actually I can see my grandmother.
Okay. So anyway, you guys, you know, if you've been watching our wall, we have the recipe for a mint julep.
That's
In
right.
honor of the Kentucky Derby. But since we didn't have all the ingredients and we were kind of in a hurry, we decided to have a mint wulip. So we put some tulips on the side of our wine.
And a tulip. Wulip.
And so we made a wulip.
There you go.
Not to be confused with
Champipple.
champipple or
Muscatipple.
muscatipple.
None of those things. This is the wulip.
None of that. These are the Rocki and Chaveevah mint without a mint wulip.
There you go.
So now that we got all that fun stuff out of the way.
But you know, let's share some information about the Kentucky Derby.
Yes. And if you know anything, type it in. If you know anything about the Kentucky Derby. Well, one thing that you may not have known is that in the years after the Civil War, most horse trainers, groomers, and jockeys were black men. You might have guessed that, right? And in the first Kentucky Derby in 1875, Chaveevah,
Yep.
a black man named Oliver Lewis rode the winning horse to victory in the very first Kentucky Derby.
First one, that's right.
Who would have known? You may not have even known that if you didn't watch our show today.
And of the first 28 winning jockeys after after it first started, 15 of those were black men.
Wow. So when you watch the Derby tomorrow at 5:30, 6:30 Central Time, remember, you heard it right here on Rocki and Chaveevah Live.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
All right. We had a great time last week with Abraham Funches.
Yes, and DJ Days. Yeah, it was really a lot of fun.
Yes, and you'll be seeing more of Reverend Funches on our show on keeping us up to breast on what's happening in the civil rights and human rights genre. And we have our other gurus that will be joining us too. Our city guru is next week.
That's right,
That's
Mayor
Mayor Hart. Yeah, and we have all the rest of them. Sawyer, Sherman, they'll be back on soon. So make sure you watch for that. Tara is coming up, by the way, who broke our internet yesterday.
Oh, okay, with yes.
With her birthday wishes. Happy birthday, of course, to her. All right, and now, we have the trivia question quick. So we're going to ask you, do we have any comments, Zion?
We have one. Chanel Berry says she will.
All right, good enough. Great. She'll think of us, right? When she's
Okay.
watching the Kentucky.
All right.
All right, now, I hope you watched the video because we got this $50 gift certificate from Travis Ferguson Real Estate.
Yes.
And the question is, drum roll, please.
Okay.
What is the address in the video of the condo that Travis is showing? That's all you got to know. First person to answer that question gets the $50 gift card from Travis Ferguson Real Estate.
That's right. Be the first person. So if you have to zip over to that video real quick and take
come
a look,
right back. That's right.
sure you
Check
do
it
it.
out. It's on our wall 3 times, so you shouldn't have a hard time finding it.
Okay.
All right. And so now we're going to ask our question, our new segment to our show, Chaveevah.
It's time to
Ask
ask
Zion.
Zion.
So we
Yes.
have questions that are age appropriate for Zion, who is 17, Zion?
16.
16. Ooh, I ain't trying to make you grow up too fast. It's bad enough. So listen, our question for Zion today is it appropriate to break up with a girl via text message?
Actually, I believe it is appropriate because, one, most things in my age group start over text. So if it can start over text, it can end over text. 2, it also reduces drama in public.
Really?
In public drama, if you think about it, because most of the time you're only going to see your significant other if you're out in public or at school, and then that will reduce the drama that will happen between you guys because you'll be at home in your home settings.
Oh,
I never thought about it like that.
right. Face to face is just not, because then there's so much anxiety and all that goes along with it, and it can be a stressful time. Okay, so we asked Zion. Zion says yes. Go on and break their heart. You're not a heartbreaker.
By text.
By text, via text. It's okay, I guess, in this day and time. Who knew?
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you.
All right. So, Chaveevah, all the stuff going on in the news.
Yeah.
Zion, time. What do you got going on in the news?
Hey, you know, it's always something going on in the news that's really kind of a drag. Did you hear about Attorney General Barr skipping the congressional hearing? He basically just
Said forget that.
nope, didn't show up, and dealing with the Mueller report, and the committee Democrats are talking about subpoenaing him to make him, do what they want him to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess he said ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what about the measles outbreak? The baddest it's been for a long time. And
Yeah,
In
in
our
decades, right.
In
I thought measles was over,
Right.
to tell you the truth.
right.
Yeah.
I remember very few people. Mumps was a big thing when I was a kid.
Yeah, same.
But measles, it's all over the news now. People in quarantines and college campuses and cruise ships are being
Yeah.
monitored. So,
Yeah.
that's some of the bad news going on. What else?
And speaking of colleges,
Ooh, ouch.
speaking of colleges, this whole thing with the varsity blues, this whole thing, the college admission scandal. There's this one couple, the first couple, who has pled guilty to getting their daughter in. And did you know that a Chinese family paid $6.5 million? $6.5 million
Wow.
to get their daughter in Stanford.
What kind of college? You could build a whole college for that.
For real. For real.
Wow.
Yeah.
But guess what?
We ain't finna talk about that.
Nope.
No.
We only talk about the good stuff
That's
from a
right.
North End perspective.
Absolutely.
And North End perspective means we can say we ain't fitna. Practice
right.
that at home. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Comments, please.
We have one. Victoria Williams says the Derby ready ladies with your pretty hats and outfit.
Oh, thank you.
thank you.
But nobody's looking up the video? Y'all don't want this $50?
Hey.
$50 gift card, buy whatever you want. Just check out the video on our wall and
Say,
call
don't
back.
tempt me, I'll look it up.
I know. So check that video of Travis Ferguson Real Estate on our wall. Get back to us today, and the $50 is yours. I'm talking about free money now.
Here you go.
Okay. So now, what else, Chaveevah? We want to talk about. We don't talk about the bad stuff, but we
Yep.
do talk about
That's right.
inspiration and
That's
motivation.
right. We want to inspire, motivate, and encourage.
And you know, I saw on our wall that you wrote a very encouraging, just a little quip that said, no matter how much manure you have to dig through, remember your pony is in there. So
That's right.
tell me about that story, Chaveevah. I
That-
remember you told me a long time ago.
Yeah, that's a story I heard a long time ago, and I used to like to tell it to my students because I thought it was just really cool. But there was a man that had two children. One of them was really, really, really optimistic, and the other one was really, really pessimistic.
Okay.
So the father thought, now what can I do to help balance my kids out? So he tried to think of appropriate gifts to give to the optimistic child and to the pessimist. So what he did was he brought them into a room and there were two doors. He told his pessimistic child, see that door, everything that's back there is yours. So the child opened up the door and it was every kind of beautiful toy that you could imagine just stacked up to the ceiling. And the child looked in there and was like, oh. Oh.
Another dramatic.
He said, I just don't know which one to play with first.
Oh.
So he was still just kind of sad. And the father was like, that didn't work. So he thought, okay, well, the pessimistic one, I just want to temper him down a little bit so he's not just off the handle about stuff all the time. So he said, all right, that door is for you. Open it up. Everything that's in there is yours.
The optimistic one.
Yes.
Yes.
So the optimistic child opened up the door and there was like a big, huge, humongous pile of manure in there. And so instead of the child reacting like the father thought, he was like, oh, that's great. That's awesome. And the father was like, well, why are you so happy? And the boy said, because I know my pony is in there. Boom. So you know, I really, whatever things that might be a problem
or seem like an obstacle.
Yeah.
Yes. You got to dig your way through it.
That's right.
Ooh, that's a funny one, Chaveevah. This woman is a plethora of optimism and inspiration. Even.
I try. I've been called Susie Sunshine a couple of times, but that's all right.
Yes, it certainly is. Well, we hope that encouraged you.
Maybe just a little. Maybe.
Right. If you have an inspirational story to share with us, inbox us. A proverb or African old ancient story or
some mother wit. There you go. From somebody in your family. Yes.
That's right. Okay, we went to that Anna Weems Iconic Civil Rights Champion for Justice Award event.
Yes. Shout out to Miss Anna Mae Weems for being a soldier.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And shout out to my girl, Lodale.
That's right.
Lori Dale, you did that. That teen summit, Travis and I were there yesterday, and we both kind of talked to the teenagers, and it was very, very informative and very well put together. And the kids over there at Talent Search and Trio and Upward Bound, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much. And we want to tell the administrators there to keep doing what makes you awesome, because you're making
us all look good. That's
and
right.
Us all look good. That's for sure. All right, we got to shout out our crew, Ed and Mark. Mark Cashman is going to be leaving us. I don't know if he wants us to tell everybody, but Zion, never mind.
But we
worry about
wish
it.
him well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you to put
Absolutely.
the camera on, but you'd have to readjust and everything. But we wish you the best, and thank you so much for all that you do. And of course, Ed's always back there behind the scene, changing the pictures on our monitor and all that good stuff for us.
Yes.
Make sure you like our page.
Oh, that's right.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
And follow us on North End Update. Check us out. Any show, anytime on YouTube, just type in Rocki and Chaveevah, Ms. Rocki and Chaveevah.
That's right.
Or North End Update.
That's right. You can binge watch us on YouTube. Yeah.
That's what everybody wants to do.
Or catch us, that's right. Catch us on channel 17 or 79-4. And that's every Friday at 4, on Saturday morning at 10.
That's right. And now we just want to shout out to our supporters before we introduce our guests.
Yes, indeed.
Excuse me. I'm having a coughing attack. Maybe you could shout out to the supporters?
Okay, shout out to, first of all, Banneker Watches, which was started in 2003 by Derek Holmes. These watches pay homage to African American clockmaker,
Yes.
inventor, and scientist Benjamin Banneker.
Yes.
And I just happen to have one on right now.
Yes, and they're always very nice to wear, very fashionable. Get your Banneker watches today at thebannekerstore.com.
Yes.
Also, we want to shout out to our new supporters, The Comfort Zone and Tracy. McKellen, but she has Tolls.
Tracy
Tolls
McKellen.
McClellan. Yes, and shout out to you. We love you. You'll be seeing more ads on our wall for the Comfort Zone.
Yes.
They have karaoke this Sunday night.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Right.
Sounds like fun.
That'll be fun there, and a real cozy environment. Check out the Comfort Zone. That's at 213 East 5th Street.
Okay.
Also, Rodney's Kitchen. Make sure you check out our show.
That's right.
That's next week.
Oh, my goodness. That's right. We're going to be doing
Right.
Cooking with Rodney next Friday on
Yes.
location.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get to see us make a mess, and then you get to eat. So $10 gets you a soul food meal. Chaveevah, I'm talking chicken,
Yes.
barbecue chicken, black-eyed peas, potato salad, he said, cornbread, and collard greens. $10, you get to watch the show, watch Chaveevah make a mess, and then you get to eat.
Yeah.
We'll bring our
That's
aprons.
right. Yes. Well, yes.
For sure. So go to Rodney's Kitchen. Before then, though, go there today. Get yourself some catfish. That catfish is mighty good, coming
Yes, it
right out
is.
the grease. And when it's hot, it's great. Mouth-watering soul foods.
That's right.
Okay, and now,
Without further delay.
yes, we're going to introduce our beautiful guest, beautiful and handsome. We have DaQuan Campbell and Shirley Vanarsdale. Join us, please. And we offered them both a woolip, but only Shirley took us up on it. So DaQuan has a woolip too, but it was water.
But I got something to pass around for you guys. So
Oh,
there you go.
thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you. Something for me?
Yep.
Oh,
All right.
thank you, DaQuan.
Thanks for having me. I
Let
appreciate
me,
it.
yes, let me
Yes.
get you some.
And thank you for coming here. We get to drink to this. You get to drink to you being here. Clink our drinks. There you go. Yes, welcome.
Thank you.
So look, we are so glad to have you here. And Shirley, I don't know if you've heard, but there's a new magazine in town, and it's called The Soul Town.
Yes. Really new.
You have heard of it.
We get them at East Time.
All
right.
Good. Okay, I thought I
Okay.
was gonna really get to put you on the spot, but you already up to snuff. You know
Awesome.
what's going on.
The
And
word is
DaQuan?
getting
Yeah,
around.
I've heard of it.
Yes.
It's also at the Brothers Barbershop. I've seen it there as well.
Okay.
Awesome. Yes, and we're gonna be going there soon too. But DaQuan, do you subscribe? That's the question.
I have not subscribed yet, so you have to give me the link to do so.
Okay, so you guys
Absolutely.
pay attention. And we want to remind our viewers to watch that video, give us the address of the condo that Travis is talking about while we're doing the show. But the Soul Town is an awesome magazine that we should all subscribe to.
Yes, it is now available in 18 countries.
Wow.
Yes.
I know, that's
Yes.
like,
That's pretty
wow,
good.
right?
Mhm. That is a wow.
So you can get your subscription. There's a new magazine out that's called, what's it about, Chaveevah? The rappers, the poets.
Yes,
Something.
for National Poetry Month.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, Chillin told us if we're going to talk about it, we better act like we know what we're talking about, Chaveevah.
Okay, put it on me. Wait to go.
Okay. But I know one thing for sure. You can get your copy at Tri-City Clothing.
Yes.
Shirley, I'm talking to you. She's looking at me side eye.
Okay.
Right? Tri-City Clothing or Earth's Beauty Supply.
Mhm.
That's where you can get your hard copy, or you can go to the
Online,
Soul
yes, right.
Town, thesoultown.com, and get your digital version of that.
Yes.
All right. And the other thing we like to do is we like to get your vocal cords warmed up, because I've heard that you both are great singers.
No, you haven't.
And so you don't sing in the church?
I used to.
Oh, see, here it go. I knew it. I can tell you look like you can sing.
Yeah, no, but that saying, if you don't use it, you lose
lose
it.
it.
Right,
Absolutely.
right. But I also heard that saying that those who don't have it can't show it, and those that got it can't hide it.
There you
So
go.
I'm thinking you got it.
That's a good comeback.
It was.
Okay, so we're gonna sing happy birthdays. Would you like to read a few names at the first list, and then we'll go around the table?
Okay. Happy birthday to Tara Thompson,
Yay, Tara!
Martia Stiles,
Soya.
Sawyer Amar,
Yeah.
Kevin Butler, and Andy Hartley.
All right. And Randolph Bryan. Hey, Brian. Deborah, one of my besties, Deborah Wessels Riley. Eunice, how you say that one, Chaveevah?
I would say Songak.
Sangak. Sahara Lawrence. And Bev Henderson.
Okay, happy birthday to Charles Pearson, Jason Lovelace, Tia Salas, Shirley Houghton, and my grandson Jalen Winter. Hey, Jalen.
All right.
All right. Happy birthday to Nicole Cook, Marty Stokes, Amy Shute, Amber Nicole Robinson, and Ricky Smith.
Yes, and we like to sing the Stevie Wonder version. I'm gonna let you take the lead. I'll just sing the backup. Okay.
I'm gonna just follow along. What's the
Okay.
We gonna
You
do
got it
this
already.
together.
Following along
Yes.
like
We
the
gonna do this
blind
together.
leading the blind.
That's right, but you got a baritone voice, and as soon as Zion sits back down, we'll have him for bass, and then we're gonna sound real good. Okay, come on, Zion. It goes something like this. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. All right. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. All right. Now, Tara Thomas, that was for you because you keep breaking our internet.
Okay.
Every time, well, I mean, seriously, every time we put something on about Tara Thomas, and I love her, but what about me? It's always she gets all the attention on our page.
All kind of likes.
All
and
kind of likes. It's
that
either
kind of
her or Anime Weems, but it's okay.
Okay.
We love them. We love them. Okay, so Shirley.
Moving right along.
Moving
First of all,
along.
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right. So, could you just, for the folks who don't know you, just tell us something about yourself, your background, what you do.
Okay, I'm Shirley Vanarsdale, maiden name Bradford. So, born and raised here in Waterloo, Iowa. I have 3 daughters, and I have a stepdaughter and 2 stepsons, which they're not my steps. They're my children
Oh,
too.
Yes,
girl,
indeed,
yes, we
yes.
know all about those blended families. That's where all the love is.
And I love them all.
Of course.
And I'm married to Stacy Vanarsdale.
Stacy, the referee.
Yes, the man of my dreams,
Oh,
of my
my.
life, my best
All
friend.
He's here in the audience.
He's my everything.
Yeah, Stacy, we stand up so we know who you are.
He's like, hey.
Okay, shout out. All right.
And so I work for the Waterloo Schools. I've been there for 18 and a half years.
Oh my.
And so I've had my ups and downs, but through it all, God has brought us through it all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so we just try to stay focused and get as close as we can to retirement.
Oh, honey, I'm telling you, I can't blame you there. And your job at the schools, it's the one. Are you still at the front desk?
Yes.
Because when I come in there, honey, your smile just lights up the whole building.
Oh,
It's so
thank
good
you.
to see someone that's personable, and being pretty helps. You got that gorgeous little smile and a
Thanks.
beautiful demeanor. Yes, indeed. So go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, so I know that you and I talked a little bit about having how do you say it?
Alopecia.
Alopecia, and tell people what is that, and how does it affect? How did it affect you? How did you overcome a lot of the things that go along with it?
Alopecia is early hair loss. I probably started losing it about age 45.
Oh,
And it just started thinning. And so I spent a lot of money on wigs, weave, just to try to hide it for the longest. And then Stacy encouraged me to just cut it off. He's like, you look beautiful without it.
Oh.
I know people would ring the doorbell. I was like, let me go find my wig.
Oh,
Let me
honey.
I got to put a hat on. I got to do something. I ain't opening the door like that.
Right.
So, and I fought it for years. And so one day it was just hot, July, and had on this wig, sitting outside at an open house, and the sweat was just running.
Okay.
I went home and I threw the wig in the
Oh,
corner.
honey, and Barry should have threw it in the fireplace. Or
Right.
something. Yeah, right.
And so, with the encouragement of my husband, he just kept saying, "Babe, you just throwing money away. You'll be beautiful. Just just go ahead and go bald." And so I did. And once I did, everybody's reaction was like, "Oh my God!"
Why didn't you do that
Yeah.
before? Because
Yeah.
if anybody could pull it off, you could.
So I was gonna say from
Thank
the first
you.
time that I ever saw you, I thought that was
Your style.
intentional,
Right,
You know,
of course.
and I just felt like you were working it. So, I mean, it's very encouraging. What kind of encouragement would you give to someone who is dealing with alopecia that maybe have those same kind of struggles?
Well, believe in yourself. And once you have the confidence in yourself that even though you don't have any hair, because hair doesn't make anybody, and it doesn't determine who you are or who you're not.
Right.
And so, and I went through the thing, oh, she bald headed, da 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 da. And I'd be like, well, I can do like you and wear weave too.
There you go. That's right. Anybody
Yes.
can
And
do
you
that,
can do
but it
that.
takes a special notion. And everybody doesn't have an encouraging husband that can help you get through things like that. So it's a true blessing to have a bond with a man that is the love of your life and that is
Yes.
encouraging as
Yes.
well. But sometimes you just got to help yourself. You got to
That's
encourage
true.
yourself,
Right.
and we all have self-doubt.
Zion, we had some
Yes, I'm
comments.
sorry.
Yes, we have one comment. Francine Vanarsdale says, "Hey, ladies and gentlemen."
Hello
Hey,
there.
Francine.
Hey, Francine.
Good to see you.
Other than hair loss, are there any other symptoms of connected with?
Well, when I first started at the time I was going to barber school. And so of course I've done everything, had every color under the sun.
Oh, sure.
So it was that time that I turned it blonde that it started ending up like gum,
Oh, no, yeah.
and then it just started thinning at that point. So like I said, I did a lot of things I spent a lot of money trying to prevent it from happening, but it still happened. So it's like, if it's happening, just go with the flow. If you feel like you can pull it off, pull it off.
Well, girl, you pulling it off. I'm
Yes,
gonna tell you,
indeed.
let's drink
Thank
to that. Because
Thank
you're
you.
beautiful, and like you said, and I think nowadays people are more accepting of so many things, and we know that it could be for other reasons.
Yes.
So
And I believe another thing that helped me to do it is I was watching The Voice, and there was this black lady and this white lady on there
Yes.
that were bald, and they were gorgeous.
yes,
And so I was like, well, shoot, if they can do that, I can too. And so now it is the popular thing. I see a lot of, when you go to bigger cities and stuff, it's so normal.
I'm from Chicago, and yes, it was
Yeah.
quite normal to
Right.
see a woman with her hair shaved.
And I like, when I'm in those places, I get more compliments.
Sure.
And more guys, women, all of them coming to commend me for being natural, bald, and just the, having the confidence to wear it. Because you do have to have a strong confidence to wear it, because people will tear you down
oh,
about
honey,
it
yes,
if you allow it
that's
to
right.
affect you.
Right. And one thing we all know is that you're not going to be able to stop what people say. There's no way. And Aretha, I quote Aretha, as you can't help what people say.
No.
You just can't. So let them go on and do what they're going to do, say what they're going to say, and be confident in yourself.
Right.
All right. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. And
Thank
I know
you.
you've encouraged somebody today. And that's a good thing if you can help someone.
If I can help somebody, I'm glad to do it, because it is and it's becoming really popular these days. I know, in my family, a lot of them are getting thinner hair.
Sure.
It may not be all the way bald in that spot, but you know. But now I wouldn't even go back to hair. When I put hair on now, I'd be like, oh my God.
Right. Yes. Beautiful. Well, thank you again for inspiring
Thank you.
us and our viewers. And yes, continue. We can all just continue in prayer.
Yes. Amen.
Amen. All right, and DaQuan, I know we got some stuff to talk about.
Definitely.
And what we got the handout that you gave us, the Urban Farmers Market, kicking off the season. Talk about what you've got going on.
So tomorrow is the start of our 26-week season. It's been a long off season, just getting everything prepared. We're super excited about tomorrow. Like I said, it's the kickoff day. It'll be from 8 a.m. to noon, and that's at the Riverloop Expo Plaza in downtown Waterloo. So if you don't know where that's at, that's right by the Cedar Valley Sportsplex. So we have a lot of vendors that are joining us this year, a lot of new vendors from a lot of early season produce will be available, baked goods, arts and crafts. We have the mayor joining us tomorrow.
Oh,
He'll
the mayor will be there?
Yeah, ringing the bell. Rodney's Kitchen, I heard you guys mention him. He'll also be there as our prepared food vendor.
Oh, wow.
So just a lot of great things. A kids activity booth sponsored by Phelps Youth Pavilion and Waterloo Center for the Arts.
Oh, wonderful.
So it's something there for everyone, and our goal is to turn this into a family-friendly event. So that way, from grandparents, parents, all the way down to the younger kids, that we have something for everyone to enjoy.
Yes.
From the forecast, look like we're going to have a really nice day tomorrow.
Definitely.
Too.
I was looking at that. I was a little scared, but that was the only day without rain, so
yes,
that's a blessing.
I bet that's one of your first concerns
Definitely.
when that happens.
But even though we rain or shine, though, so even if it's raining, we're out there.
Right.
What
Yes.
kind of things can you expect produce-wise early in the season?
So you can expect a lot of greens on the table. I would say maybe lettuce, greens, radishes. You won't get into like your corn or tomatoes and stuff like that until later in the season. But some of those early season produce, like I said, radish, maybe a few turnips, some asparagus, and then just a variety of greens.
Making my mouth water. I love a good radish, you know, and especially when it's this time of the year.
Definitely.
Oh, there's nothing like those homegrown vegetables. So, DaQuan, what I want to know is how did you get involved? So involved. I got a picture. I don't know if you got to see our post that we shared, but that one of
Yep.
you out there raking, and it's just
Oh,
so
yeah.
encouraging that young people are actually willing to go out in the garden and sweat like my Aunt Clister used to make me do.
Yeah.
What made you do? Is it a parent, a grandparent that led you to the garden?
I think it was a variety of things. I think my grandmother definitely had or played a big inspiration in my life, just knowing that a lot of times we ate at dinner. Some of the things was right out the garden. So us being out there helping her pick some things that come right back in the house, to actually see that be on the table and from her hard work,
Right.
it made me just feel like that was an opportunity for me to have an impact on our culture and in our community. So I think if I'm able to provide some fresh produce and people are able to live a longer, healthier life, that's a blessing to me and my family. So I really was excited about taking that next challenge and getting my own garden, and just using her as a stepping stone to learn a few new things and just put it all together.
Oh, wow. And where is your garden? You have a garden on your own?
Yep.
at
So
your
it's
own
right in the
home?
neighborhood that I grew up in. So my garden is it's right off Newell Street
Okay.
on the corner of Peak and Quincy. So
Oh, well, don't tell everybody because
Yeah, I know.
I might be out there in the middle of the night getting a tomato or a couple greens.
we're
to
working
make
on a
it-
fence because we had
Oh,
some
you
of those
better
issues
get a
last year.
fence.
Oh,
Don't
really?
tell me where it is. I'm subject to
Definitely.
take something. No.
But that's
Is that
that's
the one that the Rileys?
it's right by there.
Right,
though.
Curtis
It's right by
Riley
there.
them
Yep.
do.
Right, and Deb Riley's birthday, we just announced, so they're big gardeners as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I get a few pointers from them as well. So,
Oh, I bet.
that
I
whole
bet.
neighborhood has been growing for so long. So
Yeah.
for me to just come after them and be able to, pick their brain about a few things, that's a big help for me.
Oh.
What all stuff have you planted? Just
So
curious.
Oh, you
we don't have
started?
anything in the ground right
No,
now.
I would
Okay.
hope not.
It just snowed last
What do I
week. So until we get a greenhouse, we're always a little bit later in the season.
Conservative.
But we do have a few things that are starting from seed. But the things that we're wanting to grow and focus on this year is a variety of greens. So turnips, mustards, collards. We're also going to do some cherry tomatoes, some peas and beans. So my granny has inspired me to do some southern crops. So
Okay, shout out to your granny, and her name is
Lenora Newman.
Lenora Newman. Thank you for inspiring this boy because he's making us all look good.
Yes.
Okay, Zion, comments.
Just one. Phil Banks says growing food is the best talent there is.
Oh,
Yes, there.
got
agree.
that right.
Yeah.
And I'm stuck on flowers. I need to grow more food.
No, I'm late to the game, but I did catch on at a certain point, and I like to get something going. But
It's fun.
Yes,
It's
your
definitely
okra
fun.
is awesome. I love she's been growing a lot of things, so good.
trying new stuff.
Yeah, so tell everybody May 4th is the kickoff tomorrow, and then, and May 11th, you're going to be at the Mother's Day Bash
Yep.
too?
Well, I won't. Well, that's later in the day, right?
Okay, yes, it
So that
is.
is. Ronnie did talk to me about that, so I probably will be there. But
Okay.
May 11th, that's Mother's
Said
Day weekend.
Flowers
So
for Moms.
flowers for moms. We have a few premier flower growers, so and they'll be running
wonderful.
specials and promotions. So if you want to get something for your mother, we think the farmers market is a great place for you to come to shop for some flowers.
Wow.
And then on May 18th, we're encouraging everybody to get on their bikes and do bike to the market.
Oh, great
So,
idea.
It's health and wellness, so it's
Yes.
perfect. And then on May 25th is our wine and paint event. So
Oh.
the Waterloo Center for the Arts will be sponsoring that event and have some adult beverages available. And then also we'll have some paint. They'll be featuring their live artists there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, thank you so much, DaQuan. And every Saturday from 8 o'clock to noon,
Yep.
you'll be at the Riverloop Plaza. And we are going to be vendors there as well. So we'll be selling our children's books. Chaveevah will be selling paintings and
Prints
prints.
and cards,
Okay.
and
I'll be selling paintings.
maybe wine glasses. Those sorts of things.
Some
We're
creative
definitely
stuff.
happy to have you guys. I know you guys bring a lot of people to us, so
Oh,
I appreciate you
thank
guys being
you.
interested.
Thank you. It'll be fun.
Yes, it will.
And just, I know we have comments right away, but I want to also mention that our Wayne and paint class has been postponed. So the May 10th class, we're going to change it. I believe it will to be announced, right, Chaveevah?
Yep. We'll put it on our wall.
Okay.
And is it a charge for yours at the
No, it's free.
Farmers
So,
Market.
yeah,
is
Farmers
on.
Market's family-friendly event. It's free every week, so there will be a charge for you to get some wine, but there will
Not
be
the
samples
paint.
available.
At
so
the wine
will
and
be-
paint.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. And comments before we close.
Just two. Joyce Sam Wilder says, "Hey y'all,
Hey,
his
Joyce.
jeans is good.
What's that?
His greens.
Oh yeah.
Greens. His greens are
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
Joyce
Yes,
is the
they
big
are.
supporter, so shout out to Joyce.
Okay.
Oh, Joyce, yeah, she's
definitely.
everywhere.
Yes, she is.
Everywhere. We love you, Joyce, and thank you so much. All right, well, we had a lot of information, a lot of fun.
Yes, indeed.
Enjoyed
Yes.
our, what is this again?
Woolip.
Our woolips.
And take my water.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you didn't want your tulip. You tore your tulip off. He's
and
so
I'm gonna
manly.
be wooing.
Wooing and wooing. Well, we want to thank everybody for watching, and we want to make sure that you do more of what makes you awesome, because it makes us all look good. See
Yes,
you next
indeed.
time.
See you next time.
Cheers.
Thank you.